Neutralizing Gas is a really cool ability that Weezing got access to in Generation 8. Usually was paired with the Regigigas and was able to prevent slow starts, so you could use Dynamax turns effectively with Regigigas, but it has a lot of cool options otherwise. And we're going to be pairing it up with Roaring Moon on this team that I recreated from the channel, and let's see how well it's going to perform. This team is a recreation of a team that we had faced earlier on the channel in a different video. The idea of this team has the Galarian Weezing with a lot of ways to shut down common abilities. Specifically for combinations with the Regieleki, you can be able to outspeed and knock out Torn before they can set up Prankster, because the Neutralizing Gas will shut down the Prankster ability, so they can't get the priority Tailwind, the outspeed KO, and they don't get Tailwind up for the game. And there are also some pretty cool options that you can do maneuvering with the Intimidate Landorus, which is really strong. You can go for multiple Intimidates using Neutralizing Gas, U-turn pivoting. You have the Roaring Moon with the Protosynthesis, which isn't negated by the Neutralizing Gas, so you can still get your booster energy. And it helps out Roaring Moon immensely against opposing Intimidate that you want Roaring Moon to avoid, so it can set up Dragon Dances and be able to threaten heavy amounts of damage, alongside with the Assault Vest Heatran to help out against Fluttermane, and Water Ogerpon, which helps support the Roaring Moon with the Follow Me, so it can start setting up Dragon Dances. And of course, a Water and Grass type paired alongside the Fire type in Heatran is of course a really great Fire Water Grass core. If you'd like to check out the details of the team, you can check them out in the description down below. Infernape, Galarian Moltres, Regieleki, Tornadus, their King Gambit, and Dragonite. Okay. Definitely got some tricky mons to work with. I do really like Regieleki Weezing a bunch here because it's my normal go-to against Tailwind. If I am able to KO the Eleki with or Tornadus with Volt Switch immediately while they don't have access to Prankster, it's a really nice option. In the back, this is where it gets a bit complicated. I think it's Heatran. Heatran's really good. Do I want to bring the Ogerpon? I don't even think it's that good in this matchup. I like Roaring Moon actually a lot here, surprisingly, because it just resists the dark types on their side, resists the Regieleki. Don't know about the Dragonite. We'll see how it goes from there, but it does have some pretty good, I think it's a pretty good typing generally. I don't know who I want to Terra in this game. It's unsure. Could be they have multiple flying types, which is awkward for Heatran's Terra, so I'll just save the Terra in the back if I need a powerful acrobatics or something else here, because there's not really like a planned Terra. I think I'm very flexible with it because my natural typings are just good into their team. We're gonna see the Tornadus plus the Moltres, which is perfect for me. I'm able to lead my Weezing plus my Regieleki immediately off the bat, and I can go for a Volt Switch and do a ton of damage. And I think I'm just going to go for a taunt into their Galarian Moltres. If I don't think this is Covert Cloak and I expect them to Terra the Tornadus, I could go for a Electro Whip taunt, but I don't think it's really necessary. So we will go for the taunt into Galarian Moltres, and we will go for a Volt Switch. So this is looking like a pretty nice turn. We're going to see the Moltres actually protect, which is amazing for me. They do not have access to the Prankster, so say goodbye to your Tornadus unless you're Focus Sash. You are not Focus Sash, so that is just a free Torn KO for me, which I would gladly take. The question is, who do I want to go out into? I could go out into Roaring Moon, or I could go out into my Heatran. And I wish I had the remainder of the team because I would like to know, but I think the Heatran is not a bad option. I could also just go out into Roaring Moon, which also is like pretty good. I think I'm going to go into Roaring Moon first, because Roaring Moon can Dragon Dance up against the Moltres pretty safely. So I wonder who to bring in, because if it's King Gambit, I can Wisp it, which is pretty safe. If they bring out Eleki, I have a pretty strong option with my Roaring Moon and just going for a knockoff pretty safely, unless they have some Terra Blast. I mean, they could have Terra Ice, but like Terra Ice Terra Blast isn't going to do like an amazing amount of damage here. I'm okay with this. Let's see. Who are they bringing out next? It's gonna be Dragonite, it looks like. Yep, Dragonite. Okay. I could burn the Dragonite. They don't have access to multi-scale either, which is pretty funny. So I think I'm gonna go for the Protect, and I'm just gonna go for a Will-O-Wisp. They don't have access to multi-scale, but I will burn it anyway because Terra Normal Extreme Speed is still threatening a lot to Roaring Moon. Granted, I am a pretty defensive Roaring Moon, but you know, if I can avoid taking the damage, like Weezing should be able to live one Extreme Speed combination here because it has a really good natural physical defense. So should be fine in that department. We are going to see the Terra on the Dragonite, and we will protect our Roaring Moon. So let's see what is going to come out here. Also, they can't Terra the Moltres as a defensive play anymore. They go for an Air Slash. Okay, this is where I can get dicey. Dragon Claw, okay. That is fine. Nice, nice, nice. That is a beautiful Wisp Connect. Okay, awesome. So we are able to burn that Dragonite. Now it's in a really awkward spot. I can go for a Terra, I think. I do like the Terra option. And just going for a Dragon Dance. And I think I want to taunt here. I don't really need to negate the abilities anymore. I mean, it's actually Weezing's still useful for King Gambit. I guess the question is, do I have to Dragon Dance? There's nothing that Dragon Dance really helps me with other than maybe Infernape, which I don't even know would be in the back. I think I'm just going to go for a knockoff into the Dragonite, and I'm just going to protect my Weezing. So let's protect our Weezing to make sure that we're safe here. Air Slash. It's a very fast Galarian Moltres. I will say that. It has a lot of speed. We will knock off the Dragonite, so if it's Choice Banded, it does a lot less damage. Jeez, that just KOs. I guess that's attack boost or max attack with knockoff, a more powerful move than it got before. It was Choice Banded Dragonite, okay. Surprised it didn't lock in extreme speed, but it works out huge in our favor. Infernape does come out, it looks like. Alright. Which, that is a-okay for me. I think LAIC should be able to help this win here. I think I'm just going to protect my Roaring Moon and just going to go for a Sludge Bomb into the Infernape and break a Focus Sash. And Electro Web seems like a really strong cleanup next to Electro Web. If they KO my Weezing, so be it. If they go for Feint, so be it. Air Slash isn't like too threatening. I guess they could have Encore, but it shouldn't matter. Close combat, okay. Air Slash once again. Weezing is able to hang on. Gonna heal with a Citrus Berry. Do they have Encore? I guess that's a question. I do get the Sludge Bomb off, which is really good. Okay, beautiful. I think I want to preserve the Roaring Moon. I don't need Heatran nearly as much. It doesn't beat anything on their team. I'd rather preserve Roaring Moon because this could be Encore from Infernape, which could make it weird for me here. So I'd rather just go into Heatran and let's go for a Sludge Bomb, I guess, into the Infernape again. Because then I think just Electro Web into Acrobatics should be able to win the game. So close combat will come out. Heatran actually survives one. All right. You get defense drops, which is perfect because Electro Web should guarantee the KOs. Air Slash double up actually into Heatran. So Heatran goes down, but that means they left their Infernape opened to the Sludge Bomb. So goodbye, Infernape. Yep. Beautiful. Maybe to cover for a Terra, I suppose. But it works out. I'm surprised they didn't go for Fiery Wrath, but I guess it would have knocked out the Weezing anyway. Gonna go out into LAIC. And we do have some very safe plays, including the... Oh, an Electro Web. Electro Ball would do a pretty... No, it's fast Galarian Moltres. I'm just gonna Electro Ball and I'm gonna taunt the Moltres so it can't go for any speed advantage moves because Volt Switch going to do a ton of damage. Are you weak to policy plus like some other shenanigans? Because like the worst case, like I think for me is like getting LAIC knocked out, then Fiery Wrath flinched a bunch. So we will bring out the Roaring Moon. Fire Wrath comes out. And what's actually, yeah, so Berserk couldn't activate, so it couldn't actually knock out the Weezing because Neutralizing Gas. We're able to hang on. No policy was activated, so I just win because I still have the LAIC in the back. So very, very nice. And Weezing shutting down what they could really do. Got rid of the Prankster on the Tornadus. Berserk not activating on this. If the Infernape... Oh, Infernape wouldn't matter. If it was Iron Fist, this close combat boosted by Iron Fist? No, it's not, right? No, it's not. But we were able to negate the abilities that like really mattered, which was Torn and I guess the Galarian Moltres. But Galarian Moltres kind of just didn't do too much until the end game. But yeah, luckily no flinches from Air Slash. Blood Moon, Ursaluna, Fluttermane, Xianpao, Dragonite, Heatran, and the Cresselia. Definitely some scary Pokemon. Blood Moon Ursaluna, the Xianpao Dragonite combination, but I do have some tools, I think. I do want to go Landorus here. I think Landorus Roaring Moon is actually really good here, ironically. Like, it's actually pretty good against their team. I like Water Ogerpon. It's nice. It's not necessary, though. I like a Solvest Heatran actually quite a bit, and I like the Weezing. I don't really like Regieleki. He doesn't do too much in this matchup. Water Ogerpon can put in work. The problem is I just don't. I mean, I think I have enough tools to deal with Heatran. And if it's like Terra Grass, then I have like my own Heatran with Heat Wave next to Weezing. I have double flying coverage as well. And like the only real reason I'd bring it is specifically for the Heatran itself. Maybe it could help out with the Blood Moon Ursaluna, but I'm going to try to brute force the Blood Moon Ursaluna if I can. Which isn't easy with what I'm bringing, but if they try to Trick Room, I'm gonna try to get rid of it as quick as possible. Let's see. As U-turn knockup will definitely knock out Cresselia. Problem is if they lead Xianpao plus Cresselia, but I don't think they would. Upper hand Icicle Crash would actually be super terrifying to deal with. We'll see though. Xianpao Dragonite's fine because I just go into the Weezing afterward and U-turn out, which is fine. Ursaluna Xianpao. Okay, that is perfectly acceptable. All right. So I lead Roaring Moon plus Landorus. This could be kind of interesting. I don't know who they're targeting right now. I think it's pretty safe to go for a U-turn with my Landorus and go for a knockoff because I don't know where the Icicle Crash is going. And I think it's probably better to target down to Ursaluna and get rid of it as quick as possible, especially since the Sword of Ruin is active on... Actually, no, because... I'd say... Do I want to risk it? Because I could use the Sword of Ruin to my advantage and use a knockoff on the Ursaluna. The question is, does it KO? You know what? I'm going Heatran. I want to see the knockoff would KO. If I lived Icicle Crash and would knock off KO, because it's not Life Orb. We confirmed that earlier. Ice Spinner. That's even better. Okay. Heatran able to tank it and a knockoff into the Ursaluna. Pretty big damage. It's a Solvest Ursaluna. And, oh, it has Moonblast. All right. Sure. Okay. That's fine. I can go out into the Landorus once again. Do I expect Flash Cannon to pick up the range? Probably. I'm gonna go for a Flash Cannon. And do I want a Stomping or do I want a U-turn? I could Stomping here. Stomping's not a bad play. I do kind of like Stomping. Yeah, I'm gonna Stomp the Xianpao. If they protect, it's okay. Because I think Flash Cannon should knock out the Ursaluna at this range. It's like near max special attack Heatran. And they got already a Solvest, and I don't know how much bulk they have invested, but I don't think it's enough to live Flash Cannon at this range. Yeah. So Ursaluna goes down. Perfect. And now I'm threatening a big KO into their Xianpao. So let's see who they're bringing out next. The Stomping Tantrum is also threatening like a Flutter Mane if they want to bring it out. Which they do bring out Flutter Mane. Are you Speed Booster? You are Booster Energy. And that is Speed. Okay. Good to confirm. This is probably Icy Wind, I'd imagine. I'm going to go for my Heat Wave here. And I'm actually going to go into Weezing because it negates Sword of Ruin. It's if they want to switch on to Heatran, I actually get a free Heat Wave off into their Heatran because of the neutralizing gas. So it's actually like a really cool play that I have. So I might as well just go for it. I guess let's see. We don't see a switch yet. Flutter Mane didn't switch. Xianpao can still switch. Weezing comes in. Neutralizing gas gets rid of Sword of Ruin. They did retreat Xianpao. I imagine this is their own Heatran. Yep. So I can actually get a Heat Wave off in the Heatran. Okay. We're going to see a Terra from the Flutter Mane. I have no idea what Terra this is. Could be Fairy for a Moonblast in the Landorus, I guess. Fairy. Yep. Okay. They go for the Moonblast? Yeah. So they don't have Icy Wind. That's confirmed at this point. That did a lot to the Weezing. I'm actually surprised with how much that Moonblast did. But I do get my Citrus Berry back. Okay. And I'm able to get a free Heat Wave off into both. Yeah, don't care about that Flash Fire. So I can afford to tear my Heatran and preserve it and go for a Flash Cannon into the Flutter Mane. Yeah, I'm going to tar down the Flutter Mane because their Heatran shouldn't be able to do much to me. And I'm going to protect my Weezing. There's still some complicated parts about this game since I don't have Earthquake. If I had Earthquake, this would guarantee. Paragrass, they could Moonblast, Flash Cannon against my Heatran, but I think that's like super unlikely. Oh, wait, they could Heat Wave. Well, I don't think you're clicking Heat Wave. You're clicking Earth Power, I think, most likely. And the next turn is going to get complicated. If they protect Flutter. They don't protect Flutter. Okay, cool. Shadow Ball into the Weezing makes sense. Okay, awesome. Show me an Earth Power. Or Flash Cannon, that works too. Okay. The fact that they have Flash Cannon actually kind of concerns me. So I get to knock down the Flutter Mane. But now they have a Xianpao that can threaten the KO and the Heatran Ice Spinner. I could go Landorus, but I don't know if I even live the Ice Spinner. I guess Sword of Ruin isn't active actually, so maybe Heatran could survive one. If Heatran survives one, I just win the game instantly. So Xianpao has to come out. It's down its Focus Sash. I'm pretty sure Stommy Tantrum should clean this up. This actually, I think I might live Ice Spinner. If it was Crash, I'd probably say no. But I can Earth Power to Heatran and I can Sludge Bomb here. Also, I think that Weezing probably is faster than their Heatran. Very likely, but I can't say for certain. Here comes an Ice Spinner and Heatran. Oh, we took that with ease. If it was Crash, we would live too. Their Heatran's super fast. Their Heatran is super fast. Okay. I'll spend my Weezing. That has a lot of speed. All right. So I get the Earth Power off into the Heatran, which will finish it off right here. And that should secure the game because then all I have to do is hard to Xianpao. Okay. Beautiful. So get rid of their Heatran. Critical hit. Not necessary at all. And go out into our Landorus. And with our Choice Scarf, we outspeed. I have accurate moves all around the board. So all I have to do is click Flash Cannon and the Stomping Tantrum. Actually, no, I go for U-turn. I go for U-turn. Although it doesn't really matter. I do have all accurate moves that just seal this up. Even if they could Terra, but they already Terra the Flutter Mane, so it doesn't matter. Sucker Punch in the Heatran doesn't KO thanks to the Intimidate, and U-turn. Gonna finish off the Xianpao. Okay, okay. Didn't go as planned because the Xianpao got in kind of free. Also, the Heatran ended up being faster than my... Actually ended up being faster than my Weezing, but the fact that Weezing shut down the Sword of Ruin actually made a huge difference because it allowed me to live the Ice Spinner from the Xianpao. So the only way they could do with a double up. Heat Wave, sure, but it doesn't knock out the Weezing at the range. And then I Sludge Bomb KO the Xianpao, and then Landorus just beats the Heatran. So I think I had the game pretty much on point, barring like any crits. Landorus Varian, Heatran, the Water Ogerpon, Iron Hands, Xianpao, and the Flutter Mane. Okay, this can be scary. Water Ogerpon, Iron Hands. Okay, definitely some pretty big threats. I do want Roaring Moon probably in this matchup. It does do a lot. Trying to figure out how I'm going to play this. I think Landorus wants to be brought in for sure. Landorus is really good here. Do I want Landorus plus... I think Landorus plus my own Water Ogerpon is really solid against their team. In the back, I want to bring Weezing and Roaring Moon, I want to say. I don't really like... Heatran can do work, but it's not necessary to win. If I can get Dragon Dance up with Roaring Moon, I'm in a really, really good spot. I think the problem is Heatran against their team I think I have to either commit Terra on Roaring Moon or I have to commit the Terra on Heatran or Roaring Moon, and I don't know. It's just like tough because if I Terra Heatran, I'm in an awkward spot against like Flutter Mane and Xianpao, but we'll see. Landorus Iron Hand, so this works out perfectly as I lead Ogerpon plus the Landorus. Okay. So we'll get an Intimidate off into both. They get an Intimidate into me. That's fine. I don't know if they're Terra Blast. I think my safest play is just to U-turn out their... I would say U-turn out their Iron Hands and just hard swap to Weezing is a pretty good play. Weezing should be super safe against these two, especially with the Intimidate around on the Landorus. I could probably get in Roaring Moon if I want to. I don't know if they're going to U-turn though with their Landorus or not. We'll see, I guess. But I'm going into Weezing here. We'll negate the abilities. These Pokemon are -1 locked in. You see a Terra committed immediately. Wow, okay. Is this Landorus? Are they going for Terra Flying straight away? Looks like that's the case. Yeah, that's perfect. Okay. So they committed to Terra Flying already. All right, that's good. Fake Out gonna go out to Weezing. Oh, that's perfect. That's absolutely beautiful for me. So I'm able to get U-turn off into the Iron Hands, and now I get my free switch, which will probably be Roaring Moon. I do like Roaring Moon in this situation. So I will go into Roaring Moon here. And to get my booster energy, which is gonna give me my attack. And now I can burn the Iron Hands, I think, very safely. Air Blast comes out. Yep. I think this should be Ogerpon. Yep. Perfect. Did a lot more than I was hoping for. Okay. Drain Punch does a lot here to Roaring Moon, so I gotta be a little bit cautious. I think, although the Fake Out did do like 20, the Stomping Tantrum is gonna... Actually, I think I'd live one Stomping Tantrum. Yeah, based on the damage. I think I get a Drain Dance, and I think I whisk the Iron Hands. So I can reduce the damage on Roaring Moon, because I need to make sure that Roaring Moon doesn't take too much damage throughout, or else it's really bad. I want the Drain Dance for the speed. I don't want to Terra yet because I want to make sure that Xianpao, like, Sucker Punch isn't going to be, like, too problematic. Because if I Terra immediately, it's not great. Especially if they read it. If they read it, it becomes awful. I'd rather just go for a Wisp here. If Weezing lives a turn, I can knock off safely the Landorus slot and pick up a KO. I'm pretty sure. They go for Terra Blast again. I wonder if their choice... But we'll see. Terra Blast going to come out into the Roaring Moon. That actually did do a pretty big chunk of damage. Dragon Dance's going to come out. Okay. Good. Good. Please hit the Wisp. Nice. Okay. That's a big Wisp land into the Iron Hands. So now it is burned. And now we can knock off their Landorus, which is great. They do Drain Punch. Yeah, I'm able to tank one more. Beautiful. I don't know if they have Protect. I guess we could see. I probably could knock out the Iron Hands if I really want to. With a Acrobatics Terra Flying. But I don't think that's really worth. I'm just going to go for a knockoff into the Landorus. And... just go for a Sludge Bomb. I also have Sucker Punch with my... Or Follow Me with Ogerpon to redirect. So it's not Focus Sash Landorus, which I didn't think you would be in this case. I am able to knock out the Landorus. Beautiful. So good start. It was Choice Scarf, actually, so it was just slow Choice Scarf. Okay, Sludge Bomb. Get some chip, I guess. Every time I'm going to come out, but it's not doing anything to Weezing. I get my Citrus Berry back, and I think I'm still out of the range of... Okay, that's nice. I'm out of the range anyway. That's good. They already committed Terra, so Iron Hands can no longer Terra, which is also pretty good. Ogerpon going to come out. Okay. Oh, this is perfect. I'm going to go for Protect with Roaring Moon, and I'm just going to hard swap into my Ogerpon. Because Ogerpon is able to eat pretty much every attack, and then I just Rage Powder. Or Follow Me. They already Terra, so I don't have to really worry about commitments. I got the Ogerpon. Protect the Roaring Moon. Let's see if they Spiky Shield, because they were trying to put me Spiky Shield Drain Punch range. Yep, that was the case. Beautiful. And now Roaring Moon is in a very, very solid position to just win here. I don't have to Terra because I can save my Terra just in case I need it. And I can definitely see myself using it on Ogerpon or even Landers. So I will go for a Acrobatics into the Ogerpon. I will go for Follow Me. They're in a really tricky spot. I don't see how they're getting out of this. I think they would need a double Spiky Shield, and I think they need to hard switch into a Speed Boost or Flutter with Dazzle. Yeah, that would probably be the way. Or not even Dazzle. I guess Icy Wind could also work here. But that's basically what they need right now. And if they didn't go into it already, I don't know if they have it. They do get the double Spiky. Okay. But I'm not going down to the spike. I'm not going down to the spike, so okay. Yep, Acrobatics into the Spiky. Brain Punch doesn't do anything because it's intimidated and burned. And yeah, we positioned Roaring Moon in such a nice spot. The only problem is I do have to lock into Acro though. I can't go for knockoff, but that's fine. So we go for Acrobatics and we go for Follow Me once again. And like, pick your move. Pick your move. You can't do anything here. I just gotta watch out because the last mon could be concerning if it's Flutter Mane. I think Flutter Mane would be the big one. I mean, the problem with me is like if they crit with Flutter Mane, it's gonna be annoying. But it should be, I don't know. I think we're still in a pretty good spot regardless. Did they really get triple Spiky Shield? Okay. Roaring Moon still survives the Spiky Shield, right? Because I would like to be able to. Yeah, it does. Okay. I was like, wait, am I low enough? I didn't think I was. Drain Punch again. They crit me. Okay, they're actually getting some momentum now. If this is Speed Boost or Flutter, it is scary. Although I really feel like they would have went into it before. Okay. If they actually get another one, if they actually get another one, I'm gonna flip. Okay. That's enough Spiky Shields for the day. Time to say goodbye, Ogerpon. I could have also targeted the Iron Hands to be fair, but like Wood Hammer actually does do some damage, or any grass move would do damage to my Ogerpon since I did not intimidate that mon earlier. Drain Punch again. Okay, Xianpa with Sash is actually kind of concerning too, I suppose. Oh, we'll see. Is it going to be Xianpa? Oh, Heatran. Oh, they could have actually switched to Heatran a while ago too. I have Landorus, which is just beating these Pokemon anyway. They already... Did they Terra the Landers earlier, so I'm fine. Do any of my Terras matter? Not really. I think I just double up the hands. Did I just KO? Let's see if we KO. It's +1 Acrobatics, and then I'll just Ivy Cudgel the Heatran. Really, the only mon I should be trying to get rid of is Heatran, because the Heatran is the only one that can actually threaten damage. But if the Heatran protects, then it's, I guess, kind of still an awkward spot. So let's just see how much this does. +1 Acrobatics, boost energy from max attack Roaring Moon. Yeah, like they protect the Heatran, so might as well just Acrobatics the Iron Hands anyway. I also think Landers just one-shots the Heatran, so it shouldn't matter too much. Like, I don't see how I lose with Landers. Yeah, I just KO the Iron Hand, so I can knock off into Ivy Cudgel, KO the Heatran, and we are super safe there. So great. We were able to take advantage of the Intimidates. They couldn't really like play around with their abilities, and just having that Wisp option in the Iron Hands, I haven't seen it really since like Series 3. It really kind of like Wisp basically became non-existent in Regulation D, but it's come back. I think Weezing and E, I think it's a good Whisper. It's great having a mon that can actually kind of wall Iron Hands for the most part. So fantastic there. It's like your fire type usually doesn't want to run Wisp. It's like Heatran doesn't run Wisp. Arcanine Hisuian form is usually offensive, and regular Arcanine isn't like amazing in the format, so very solid indeed. Able to shut them down, and Roaring Moon was able to clean up. Trick Room with Xianpao. I don't like this. With Flutter Mane too. Okay, so what's actually nice is I can negate Sun, and I can taunt Hatterene thanks to Weezing having Neutralizing Gas to shut down Magic Bounce. So that's actually really cool. I think I want to go with Weezing plus... Do I want to go LAIC here? It's not a bad lead. Unless they just hard lead the Blood Moon Ursaluna, then I'm actually in trouble. But I do want to lead Weezing. Weezing Roaring Moon doesn't sound too bad. Like Terra? Sure, I could Terra... Well, I don't want to waste the Roaring Moon's booster energy. That's the concern here. I kind of want to lead Ogerpon, actually. Ogerpon's pretty nice into this team because it can't get sleep powdered. I can redirect the After You into Eruption. Yeah, I actually like it. I think I'm going to go with Ogerpon. And then in the back, Etran and Roaring Moon. Landorus isn't really necessary. If they lead Xianpao, I actually really like this combination. So we'll find out if it is going to be the play here. Definitely some very scary threats in the Xianpao. Just Xianpao and Trick Room, man. Xianpao with Sun Trick Room. That is not an easy one here, because it threatens the Roaring Moon heavily. I guess Flutter Mane did too, but I could at least Terra. We're going to see Hatterene and the Blood Moon Ursaluna. Okay, so I lead Ogerpon and the Weezing. This works out pretty well because I can actually just taunt the Hatterene and prevent Trick Room from ever going up. I don't think I want to Terra here. Do I? I guess I could Terra Heatran. It's not necessary, but yeah. I could also just double up the Hatterene, but if I had Woodhammer, I'd be more inclined to. I think I'm just going to taunt the Hatterene, and I'm just going to go for the Ivy Cudgel into the Blood Moon. So looks like they're going to give me the option to just attack. Blood Moon almost gets knocked out right there. Taunt going to come out into the Hatterene because of the Neutralizing Gas. It doesn't have Magic Bounce, so I can taunt it. Earth Power will probably knock out the Weezing here, unfortunately, but that is good enough. We deny Trick Room, and we're in a pretty good spot with Roaring Moon, I think. Yeah, I could probably pick up a double knockout if I want to. I'm going out into... I want to go into Heatran. I think I want to go Roaring Moon. Just hard Roaring Moon seems pretty strong here. Because the Hatterene can Dazzling Gleam, sure, but I don't think that's that big of a deal. Because I can get my Dragon Dance and then outspeed Xianpao. I could also do some interesting plays. I think I'm going to protect Roaring Moon. Actually, I'm going to protect Roaring Moon. I'm going to go for Horn Leech. I'm trying to think about how I want to work this out. Actually, no. I do want to Terra here. I do want to Terra. I want to go for the Dragon Dance. I was thinking, like, can I get a position where I can Terra without committing to it? Because then I could avoid a Sucker Punch endgame, but I think this still works out. I'm just going to... Do I Horn Leech or do I Ivy Cudgel? Ivy Cudgel is probably better. So let's Ivy Cudgel the Blood Moon, and let's Dragon Dance up with our Roaring Moon. Because the Hatterene will get threatened by the knockout the following turn, and it's probably just clicking Dazzling Gleam here, I'd imagine. So goodbye, Blood Moon. Okay. We have Blood Moon versus Roaring Moon. Who would win? I guess we'll never find out because they didn't clash. Dragon Dance going to come out into the Roaring Moon to get our attack and speed. Now I outspeed Flutter Mane. That's a speed booster. And we're going to see the Dazzling Gleam come out, okay? Doesn't do that much damage, and I'm pretty sure I'll be able to live one Flutter Mane attack, so that's good. Flutter Mane comes in, I'm clicking Follow Me plus Acrobatics. Yep, Flutter Mane comes in. All right, let's go for Acrobatics and let's go for Follow Me. The reason I'm going for this is because if they could switch to Torkoal to get like the Terra and Terra for really strong hits with the Sun, special attack, and all the factors, I think I'd be able to live Gleam, but I'm definitely not living Moonblast, so that's why I'm going for the Follow Me here. All right, that's not going to be the case. No switches. Is this Focus Sash? Don't tell me you're Focus Sash. Acrobatics. Oh, they just gave me Flutter Mane. Wow. All right, I'll take that. Dazzling Gleam once again is fine. They shake up the Taunt. I guess this could come down to 50-50. No, not really. I think I'm safe. This is Torkoal back, right? Although it's kind of weird you didn't bring out the Torkoal earlier. I didn't think they had Lilligant Torkoal in the back because of, like, if you lead the Trick Room, I don't think you're going to go back Lilligant. They could, but it just didn't seem likely, I think, against my team. With all the answers that I have to Lilligant. With the Neutralizing Gas. So let's see. It should be Torkoal, right? Well, I guess we'll find out. I guess they're thinking about their plan. If it is Torkoal, I'm just going out into my Heatran immediately, I think. No, I'm going to go Heatran immediately. I might as well get the Flash Fire boost, right? Yeah. Yeah, I get the Flash Fire boost because they have, like, the only play that screws me over here is probably... I'm tagging the Hatterene because I don't think it's Sash Hatterene. If it's Sash Hatterene, maybe this can become a weird game. All right, Torkoal in as expected. Gonna go for a Acrobatics. Actually, should I knock off? It doesn't really matter because Acrobatics should KO. And I'm gonna swap into Heatran on the fire move. This will give me an immediate Flash Fire and Scout for Terras, I suppose. I don't think there's any Terra the Hatterene should be able to use that actually affects the game here. So Acrobatics, are you focused, Ash? You're not. Yeah, I didn't think you are. It wasn't Life or Beater, so I'm kind of curious on what its item. Maybe Covert Cloak? Avoid flinches? That ends up working out. There's Smug. What? Okay. Doesn't matter. Goodbye. You are just losing here. You lose Acrobatics plus Earth Power. Actually, I should knock off in case you're Barry, but it doesn't really matter. I wonder if Acrobatics would just one-shot because I'm +1, but knock off will still do a ton of damage. Goodbye. I guess I'll never find out. I guess we'll never find out. Get rid of that charcoal. Good game. Okay. Maybe we got something. All right, let's go over the games. In game 1, was able to deny Tailwind from the Tornadus with Neutralizing Gas, picking up the knockout with Regieleki, and burning the Dragonite, making it easy for Weezing's partners to sweep. In game 2, was able to do a lot of damage to the opposing Blood, Moon, Ursaluna, which allowed Heatran to cause a lot of trouble to their team next to the Scarf Landorus. In game 3, led the Landorus and get Weezing in, which my opponent didn't have great answers to, allowed me to burn the Iron Hands and let Roaring Moon get a Dragon Dance to pressure their team. In game 4, I exchanged the Weezing to taunt the Hatterene, which bought me enough turns to outspeed and knock out my opponent's slow Trick Room Pokemon. Galarian Weezing's actually a really cool Pokemon right now. It has a lot of useful tools. Having the ability to shut down Tornadus, Prankster, Tailwind is incredible, allowing me to knock it out immediately. Love the idea of just Wisp in general to hit the Iron Hands. It actually walls quite a few of the common Pokemon and can hit them for very heavy damage with Sludge Bomb. And if the option wanted, I didn't have it on my team, but Strange Steam would have also been really nice for like Urshifu, and Fairy Coverage is just great in general. But really strong team, had a lot of fun with it. And you can check out the details of the team in the description down below. And of course, subscribe to the channel for more VGC content as always.